Hey guys, it's Austin, and I've been wanting to make this kind of video for a while now, but today we're going to be making a coffee table, and I'll be taking you through the design and building process of the whole thing. So let's get started. Alright, before we can begin designing, we need to lay out our criteria. So these are like the musts, and this would include, for this coffee table, it would include the size, which is 49 inches in length, 26 inches in width, and 22 inches in height. And then that would be our bounding box that we can't go out of. And secondly, it would be materials must not need special tools, because I don't have anything really advanced enough to cut metal, but I have things that I can use to cut wood. And lastly, it should be off the floor so that people can put their feet underneath. Next, we need to lay out our wants, and this would be stuff that we desire but don't necessarily need. And one would be storage space and USB ports and outlets along the table. And now we can start designing. Now that we have some guidelines for ourselves for the design, I usually like to go on Pinterest or go just online to just search up pictures for inspiration, and just to get an idea of what some of the designs are out there. So here I kind of already created a Pinterest board, and it has different coffee table designs, and I also looked for TV stand designs as well, as you can see here, because these designs include a lot of storage space that coffee tables might not have. You see, these coffee tables have some storage space, but for example, this one would not. But kind of just built a board to see which kind of designs speak to me and are the ones that I really like. And some of these are definitely not feasible with the tools we have, but I mean, I guess they are, but it's very time consuming and does not contain the same storage space. So this is more just for inspiration, but I'm currently leaning more towards something like this right now, something like this. And I'm looking to have some of these built-in spaces into the table to allow for charging, as well as some storage space down below like this. This table would not work because one of our design requirements was that it needs to be off the ground, so there's space to sit underneath. So like I said before, I'm definitely leaning more towards a design like this. But yeah, now that we've got some inspiration for our table, we can just move on to Rhino and just start creating some designs. Alright, I kinda got my catalog set up here now, and so now I'm just gonna take a look around and see which ones that stand out and just continue to expand their designs. So yeah, for now I think this one really catches my eye. It's very simple. There's not necessarily storage space underneath, but that was definitely one of our things that we could include or we could not. And then also this one really stands out to me as well. Drag it over. I really like this as well. And this design I kind of saw on Pinterest and kind of copied it, so I'm not too inclined to lean towards this one, but we can incorporate its design into some of these. And yeah, I think these are the ones that stand out. They're all relatively pretty simple, but yeah, we'll see where we can expand the design from there. So let's dive right into it. Alright, I got some outside opinion and asked them which coffee tables they liked, and they chose this one right here and also this one. And yeah, I mean, I really like this one. This is like the first one we designed, but I don't know, I think I can develop this a little more. It feels too like repetitive, because like this top table is like, this shape is being repeated down here, and maybe that's like a good thing, but we'll see how we can develop this a little further. But yeah, like all of these were developed from this shape, and sometimes like you go forward and there's like a design that you don't like, and to be honest, I think these are very functional, but from a design standpoint, I don't think it's like, it doesn't please me. So I think it's good that we take a step back and see how we can develop further, and we'll see what ideas we can develop from here, and maybe if there's a new one that we like, we'll stick to that. Let's get to designing. Alright, so now that I've kind of got the design finalized, we kind of just stuck with the first one, but I just adjusted the dimensions a bit. There's like random lines here that I need to take out still, but now I'm just gonna cut this into the pieces of wood that we'll be using, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there, and then after that we're gonna go to Lowe's and buy some wood. As you can see, I laid out all the dimensions for all the pieces, and these aren't set in stone, so I'll have to do some calculations when I do get the wood, because I know when you buy a 2x4, it's not actually a 2x4, but it's actually a 1.5 by like 3.5 inch piece of wood. So I'm gonna have to measure the wood that I get and see how I can, or what I need to adjust and adapt to. But yeah, some of these I did do assumptions on like the thickness, but in general all the lengths are correct, and I'll just have to do some recalculations when I get there and see the size of the wood. But with this, I'm gonna go to Lowe's now and just grab all the wood. Alright, so we got part of our wood now, the beams at least, and then the boards are in the other garage, but we'll get them another time. But yeah, we can just get to cutting now. Alright, you've probably already seen me cutting with this, but yeah, if you want to take a look, this is our jank 45-degree setup. So you just have, let's just say you use this piece of wood here, and you want to cut a 45-degree angle, you just slide it in like this. It's at a 45 degrees, and then you just slide it in like this. But yeah, it's pretty jank, but it works, so. But now I'm done with this, so I'm probably gonna take it off. Yeah, back to the time lapse. Alright, so we ordered some recessed outlets for your desk off Amazon, and they arrived here yesterday. But yeah, so we got 2 of them here. And here, I'm gonna put one down, but they look like this. And yeah, there's kind of an edge on it, so now we're just gonna cut out the box and put these in and see if they fit. But for these, we're gonna connect the wires together so then they all fit onto one outlet, and we just have to plug one plug in to power both. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. Alright, so I'm just gonna describe a little what I did. So yeah, I cut out a hole. So I drilled two holes big enough for the saw over there to fit into. So I drilled 2 holes at the corners here, and then I cut straight, and then I cut another straight, and then I went into the other hole and cut a straight, and cut a straight, and then the piece would just fall out. And now our box here can just fit right into it, and it's like this. Now I gotta do it with the next one, and then we'll be done with most of the cutting. We still have one more left, but other than that, yeah. All right, progress update. So as you can see here, we got the top of the table flipped over, and we have all the electrical outlets like here. This one is placed wrong, but I'll flip it around. And yeah, so we have like the top fully assembled right now. And what's next is putting some wood filling into like the cracks here. And after that, we're gonna stain it and then assemble everything together. All right. Progress update. So these are the shelf brackets that I'm going to be using to attach that triangular piece to this main board here. And yeah, they used to be white, but I spray painted them brown just now, and it wasn't indoors. I spray painted them outdoors. But yes, so as you can see, we've stained like this top board. It's pretty nice. And yeah, the outlets are still out. We're gonna have to secure those in later, but you take a look at the other pieces here. So the triangular piece is also stained. It's like a more goldenish color now, and this bottom lower table is also stained. And here's the rectangular leg here, but I'm thinking I'm going to paint it completely black and not use the stain at all. But yeah, everything's going pretty smoothly. So tonight I'll probably finish painting that black, and yeah, just finishing applying like a gloss coating onto this and also onto these as well to protect them a little bit better. But yeah, tomorrow we should be able to assemble the whole thing. So see you then. Alright, this is probably the last progress update, but we've painted this black, and we've also stained that part and this part. And the lower table is actually in the other garage. I'll have to go get that. But today, we actually glossed this yesterday as well. So these two are glossed, and now I just need to gloss this. And once this is done, we can assemble the whole thing. So next update will be when everything's done. Yeah, then why are you moving that?
难看啊，你照相就照。OK， which way？ this way 哈。啊？已经拎起来了没？还没有。
那赶紧给他照一张相。哇，那这么重啊！天哪，这么重。
行，来，给我。喂，呀，怎么了？啊？很好啊。Wait, it's so steady. Yes.
哎，真的很 steady. Better than I expect.
Alright, look at that.
Something I like to do at the end of my projects is just to reflect and see where I could have improved and what things I need to work on. And for this project, time management is definitely an issue that I need to work on and improve because I didn't allocate enough time, and as a result, the last 3 days before I came back to Austin, I was just grinding it from the moment I woke up to when I went to sleep. I was just working on this project. And another thing is I want to just be more explorative in my design. You can kind of see it here with the catalog and just having very different ideas about how to approach this, and I think that's something I can definitely continue to improve in. That's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.